Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Small Business 101 here on Arbeit.
Yes, and we have a great episode today. Are you thinking about starting your own business? These are the questions you need to ask according to Emily.
Yeah, you ask these 3 questions and you're on your way to success.
You're on your way
right?
to starting your own business.
All you gotta do, what problem are you solving?
Boom.
Quick, write it down.
Yeah, write that down. Don't let that go by.
What do you believe in?
Great question as well.
Write it down.
And third?
How are we different?
Yes, and if you can answer all those 3, you're probably a millionaire already.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. This was fun. See you guys later. Listen, obviously, poor little Emily on the other side, just like, oh, I feel like an idiot. But obviously, we're joking, right? Though.
Yeah, I hate these blog posts when I read them.
Yeah.
They're just so boilerplate and like there's so many variations of this since I've never once, when we opened Arbeit, sat down and answered these questions. Now, I'm not saying the concept, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's great to solve problems, and if you could solve a major problem, you're going to be rich.
The problem is that...
Not all businesses solve problems.
No, a lot of these, like, influencers on social media today post this content, and they're like, oh, just do this, and boom, you're a millionaire. Mm-hmm. And that's just not how it works. Like, you can't just answer these 3 questions, and now, if you can answer these, you're going to have a
bank account gets hit with $1 million.
Like, the answer to every one of these questions will probably change. It's changed for me, and maybe that means I'm doing something wrong, but the answer to every one of these questions has changed drastically for me.
What was the problem you were solving when you first started?
None. We didn't have a problem we were solving. Like,
what to do with my life was the problem he was solving.
No, we just were like, oh, hey, people like this, let's do it. It wasn't, so I guess maybe we didn't really think thoroughly through, oh, what's the problem in the industry? We kind of just had a solution already, and people loved it, so we went from there.
I mean, but you did it as a way to save money on your dialer. Like, you guys were using a dialer, and it was expensive, and Alonzo's like, hey,
yeah, Alonzo's cheap, so we wanted to save money.
So the problem you were solving is we're paying too much on a dialer.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if that wasn't like it wasn't a problem across all collection agencies, probably. I don't think most collection agencies are too concerned about, I need to cut costs on my dialer. They need to, what most collection agencies probably want is just better production and a better product and a more stable product and stuff like that. But at the time, we just, and we inherently made that, I guess, out of us having that Alonzo being cheap.
Which is not a bad problem.
The point is those answers change all the time. The problem at the beginning, you think your problem that you're solving could be people want a cheap product, and then as you grow and grow as a company and you realize, that's only one very small percentage of the people that we're dealing with that want that.
You don't want really cheap people.
90% of the people in the collection industry don't want a cheap product. They want something that just works, and because with something, that's what they.
So I mean, even now, the problem you're solving now is completely different.
Right, and then what do you believe in? I mean, that's just a weird question, but I guess that. I believe I can fly. I guess that matters a little bit, but.
That's a completely ridiculous question. Well, I guess it matters a little.
I don't know. Like, what do you believe in? What does that mean? It's so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a buzz-filled question, like. I
mean, when you could talk like core things, like how you want to treat your people that you work with and everything.
Oh yeah,
and your customers. Like that, I guess doesn't change, and it shouldn't, but it could very easily change for companies. And there's been times where it could have changed for us, but we kept on it. And not saying that was the right or wrong thing, but I could see a business easily changing. And then how are we different? Again, that changes constantly because your competitors are constantly changing.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be different today, and then in 2 weeks they'll release something that's identical to what you have, and now you're not different anymore. So
the moral of the story, right, is don't buy this crap, right? Like, don't believe that there's 3 questions you need to answer to start your own business.
Yeah, there's way more into it. But
it's more in depth. It's constantly evolving.
I mean, maybe it helps to write this stuff out, but in general, it's constantly evolving. Don't think, oh, I got to answer these 3 questions, and now for the rest of the time I'm in business, I got to stick with what these are. You can always change, and you need to really. But that's it.
Mic drop.
Thanks for watching.
See you next week.
See ya.